Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're working in IT support, you already know that managing tickets efficiently is pretty much everything. So today, we're going to transition you out of basic Jira searches and into writing some truly powerful custom queries. We're talking about JQL, Jira Query Language. Think of it as basically SQL, but for your tickets. Honestly, it's the absolute best way to cut through all the noise and find exactly what you need.
Let's just dive right in by addressing a hard truth. Using Jira's basic search mode, it really only gets you about 20% of what the platform can actually do. Sure, it's great for quick, simple filtering, but the minute you start managing complex service level agreements or, trying to hunt down specific incident trends, basic search is going to hit a brick wall.
And that's exactly where JQL comes in, to unlock that other 80%. It literally gives you total programmatic control over your ticket management. Once you learn this language, you stop just reacting to whatever tickets Jira decides to show you, and you start commanding it to serve up exactly the data you need to take action.
So let's look at a quick comparison here. Basic search is visually simple, right? You click some dropdowns, you check a few boxes, but it's so restrictive because you're entirely limited to static views. Advanced JQL mode, on the other hand, lets you type highly specific single-line commands directly into the search bar. This dynamic approach completely changes the game. It allows you to use functions that instantly adapt based on things like who's currently logged in or the exact date and time.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. Number 1, JQL syntax fundamentals. Number 2, essential IT support queries. 3, mastering date functions. 4, saved filters and dashboards. And number 5, the 60-second scenario. Let's get to it.
Section 1. JQL Syntax Fundamentals.
So every single query you write is going to consist of 4 core parts. First, you've got the field. This is the data point you're actually searching for, something like priority or a status. Second is the operator, which defines the relationship, think equals or is greater than. Third is the value. That's the specific data you're trying to match, like high or in progress. And finally, your keywords. These are words like and or, and they basically act as the connective tissue stringing your clauses together.
Okay, looking at an actual query here. Notice how we're using parentheses. This is absolutely crucial. See, JQL will always prioritize the and keyword over or. If we didn't use those parentheses, the system would just automatically group the first 2 terms together, which would completely throw off our logic. So grouping your clauses with parentheses guarantees perfect logical accuracy when you're combining specific conditions. Section 2. Essential IT Support Queries. Let's go ahead and type out our first query. We'll do assignee equals current user with empty parentheses and resolution equals unresolved. Listen, this right here is your daily bread and butter. The current user function is dynamic, which means it's always going to look for the person who is actively logged in at that exact moment.
And just like that, the results table updates in real time. It filters out absolutely everything except the active, unresolved tickets assigned directly to you. No manual filtering, no clicking through endless menus, it just works.
Next up, let's combine some operators to tackle 2 huge things at once: overdue SLAs and high-priority bugs. Here we're looking for time to first response equals breached, combined with high-priority bugs. If your team is using Jira Service Management, I can't stress this enough, the breached function is a total lifesaver. It dynamically pinpoints any tickets that have missed their time-based SLA targets.
Instantly, Jira clears away all the noise. Your table is now highlighting exactly which critical bugs are actively violating your service-level agreements. Honestly, what a relief, right? This means your team can immediately swarm the most urgent fires instead of wasting time digging through an overwhelming queue.
Now for our final essential query, we're going to use the in operator right alongside open sprints. This little combo brilliantly finds everything actively being worked on in the current sprint that has also been updated today. It is literally the perfect query to run right before a daily stand-up so you can see exactly what's moved in the last few hours.
Section 3. Mastering date functions.
I mean, why would you manually type out static calendar dates and rewrite your query every single day when you can just use dynamic functions? By plugging in functions like start of day or a relative string like -7 days, you ensure your queries remain perfectly accurate no matter what day or time you happen to run them.
Check out this query right here. Due is less than now, and resolution equals unresolved. Typing this directly into your search bar is simply the best way to pinpoint tickets that have blown right past their absolute deadlines.
And the cool thing about the Now function is that it isn't just looking at the calendar day. It actually calculates down to the exact minute you hit enter.
Section 4. Saved filters and dashboards.
Okay, so once you've written a perfect JQL query, you really don't want to have to type the whole thing out ever again. So step 1, run it. Step 2, save it as a filter and give it a really clear name. And step 3, feed that save filter directly into a Jira dashboard gadget. Do that, and you've suddenly got a live, completely self-updating view of your most important metrics sitting right there on your homepage.
Section 5, the 60-second scenario.
All right, imagine this. Your team lead pings you with an urgent message late on a Friday afternoon. They want a weekly report of all high priority, so P1 and P2 issues resolved by the IT support team. Normally, you'd be stuck manually exporting data to a spreadsheet, filtering rows for 20 minutes while staring at the clock. But instead of that, we're going to build this live in Jira in exactly 60 seconds.
Watch closely as we construct this entire thing in a single line. First, we isolate the top priorities using the N operator. Second, we use the historical change to operator, and we pair that with the dynamic date function start of week minus 1 week to find tickets resolved in the past week. Finally, we dynamically filter for our specific team by using the members of function.
And boom, the results table instantly populates with the exact sample data they asked for. Every high-priority ticket closed this week by someone in your specific group is just sitting right there. From here, you can just save this as a dashboard filter, drop the link to your manager, and guess what? Your weekly reporting is triumphantly automated forever.
It really goes to show that by combining simple syntax with these dynamic functions, you totally transform your workspace. It goes from being a static list of assigned tasks into an incredibly intelligent reporting engine. You're no longer just sort of participating in a workflow, right? You're actually designing it.
JQL really is the master key to unlocking Jira's true power. Basic search gets you maybe 20% of the way there, but mastering these queries, that gets you the rest of the way. So jump into your Jira instance, test these queries out, and absolutely transform how you manage your IT support desk. Which complex workflow problem will you solve with your first JQL query tomorrow? Thanks for joining this explainer, and happy querying.